hopeful. I do believe the hobby's strong. I do believe the hobby has active participants and people enjoy it. And that means a strong hobby. That's a strong community. But I feel like we're going to have a lot of repercussions and consequences because of some of the stuff and these inflated prices that happened in the last, year or 2 years.
Yeah.
There's going to be some consequences.
And at first, I couldn't believe my eyes. The so-called leadership started to blame, and I've gotten this myself, saying that people like me are responsible for the drop in prices. And I'm like, bro, this is all economic. What's the Federal Reserve doing? What happened to our economy? I mean, I could go outside and, do things that I wasn't able to do 2 years ago, right? Go to a store without a mask, right? I could go on the train without a mask. I'm back in the office a couple days a week, which didn't happen for most of 2020. So it's all macro, and the Fed, instead of pumping money in, they're raising interest rates. They're taking money out. So I'm just thinking, like, do you think the audience is that dumb to believe this, or do they really believe that? That's the thing.
That's where I question too. I don't believe they believe it. I think they're just talking.
There's just making.
There's no way. There's no way that you think card prices, if you're actually been in the hobby, there's no way and there's no metric that you could use to prove that someone's negativity or questioning something would drive prices down. There's 100% data going to the American dollar in the current economic situation affecting card prices. There's 100% correlation in the economy directing card prices. There is no data that anybody could ever provide and say, well, this person, Raul and the sports card radio brothers are the reason the card market is crashing. It has nothing to do with the economy. Like, you'd have to be ignorant. And there's no way somebody would believe that who has any grasp of money.
Yeah, exactly.
If somebody starts blasting Lamborghinis tomorrow, do you think Lamborghinis are going to be worth less? There's no way. If the economy has a drastic change, do Lamborghinis become less? Yes. So it has nothing to do with someone's words. That's crazy talk. So somebody's blaming you on card prices going down. That's laughable.
Yeah, and some of these guys that were saying this, it's all about negativity driving prices down and like cornball content. They were like hardcore Ron Paul supporters that know everything about the Federal Reserve.
Dude.
They know the boom bust cycle, the Austrian business school, and they kept quiet during the bubble. I'm like, you are crazy for not speaking up. I think like those are like, I don't know how to describe those people. I mean, it just drives me crazy. I'd rather speak the truth rather than have all this money thrown at me. I consider that more
for sure. But I think we have a different view on things. Our perspective, like you said, there's not money that could be thrown at you that would make you sing a tune. Yeah. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I don't know if anybody's finding it, but like, I think I know who you're referring to, and they have a business. Again, they have a nickel in this dime.
Yeah. Just
like I brought up before, when you have financial investment and incentive involved in the market, shut up. I mean, just shut up. You're only opening up a can of worms when you're invested and you're doing stuff. I'm not saying, I shouldn't say shut up. I think everybody has.
You're going to sound like very curator.
Yeah, and you should be able to say what you want. I shouldn't say shut up. I was wrong. But essentially, they're telling people to shut up. And I guess that's why I use that word. And to me, it's like, you don't get, like, who voted you upon this pedestal where you now think you can decree what's valid and what's unvalid as far as card content? How about you just let the free marketplace of ideas? If a stupid person like me follows somebody who's doing, hey, these are the top 5 cards you need to aim for every week, and I go on and I buy those same cards every week, well, I got to be accountable to what I'm doing. And you know what? As bad of advice as that person's doing, it's really not his fault. This is the difference. If you're seeing somebody promoting bad advice, people like you are going to come out and say, hey, I think that's bad advice, X, Y, Z. That's totally different. Like, that's the challenging of ideas. That's how progress is made. I think Jordan Peterson, you have to risk to be offensive to make progress. And why would you be like, there's a difference of being blatantly belligerent, and like there's a difference of being offensive in thought. Like, this is a thought-provoking, challenging idea versus I'm just going to say something ignorant. That's totally different. But the way you question things and the way you piece things together, I can't help it. I idealistically align. It makes sense to me, but I'm a very questioning mind. So maybe people who don't prefer to question things, maybe they are oblivious to a lot of this stuff. Because I don't understand how people, some content, there's no way they believe some of the stuff they say.
Yeah, they're just doing it to appease people.
It's clout. It's for clicks and stuffs and views, and which is they have the right to, but people have the right to also challenge it.
Exactly. Exactly.